Hello, everyone, and welcome to PURELive. It's another Friday night at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, and you are exactly where you're supposed to be, right here. And you know how this goes. Everybody that has participated in the show or watched the show, you know I deal with my sponsors first, but we do have a great show for you tonight. So let's go.
Hey, sis. My name is Yasmin Brown, and I am the founder of Beauties on Successful Strides. We are your sisterhood community that cares, and we are advocates for your goals being achieved. I'm talking about those goals that you have put on the shelf, those stretch goals that you really want to accomplish, but a part of you feel like it might be impossible. We have been helping women to make the impossible happen, and we want to journey with you. We want to be part of your tribe to help you with making the impossible happen. And we do that by helping you to shift from the no zone. The no zone is that zone where it's like, you know what, I really want to do it, but I don't know if I can. I don't know if I should. I don't know if I have enough resources to do so or the support to do so. The no zone is also the fear zone. We help you to shift from the no zone to the no matter what zone. The no matter what zone is having that head crusher, no matter what, get it done, bold, confident mindset. And then we help you to be equipped with spiritual success strategies to success. That is basically helping you with developing systems that works while being part of a community that will support you, love on you, cheer for you, celebrate you, be resource providers for you, and so much more. The time is now, sis. If you are serious about your goals being achieved, if you are serious about making the impossible happen and reaching that next level, then join us. Become part of our sisterhood. Become part of a community that truly, genuinely cares. And I'm just excited to welcome you to Boss Soon. Let's go. Let's take them goals off the shelf. Let's make them happen. Let's make the impossible happen for you. See you soon. Bye.
I get a kick out of that every time. Bye. She really is like that. But anyway, if you guys would like to be a part of this wonderful sisterhood, you can go to beautystrives.com. Again, that is beautystrives.com. There are courses, there's support, all kinds of networking tools, ways to help you figure out what your brand is. I promise you, it's a very good resource. You want to be about that life because I am. They're the reason I had the show in the first place. So say thank you, Yasmin. And also, we gonna have to deal with Posh Women's Apparel. So Posh Women's Apparel, classy, sophisticated, stylish. They are responsible for some of my fashions on the show. And you might recognize that dress to the far left corner. Yes, I did wear that on the show. So if you're trying to look like me, you can go to poshwomensapparel.com and use the code Asia and you will get 10% off. You're welcome. Also, if you go to my website, asiajamal.com, you can also get a Pure t-shirt. I did wear it on the show, so you can make it cute if you want to. asiajamal.com. All right, enough of all that stuff. Now let's get to our very special guest. We have the one and only Joe Freeland III. Welcome.
Hey y'all. How you doing? Thank you for having me. Appreciate being on the show.
You're
Big fan.
welcome.
Big fan.
You're a fan. Thank you so much. You guys, this is one special individual. And I'm not talking about like, you know, very talented, I promise you. You guys, please feel free to comment and ask questions throughout the show as I ask questions. So, Joe, first of all, I gotta say, it wasn't until I asked you to be on the show that I knew that you weren't the first Joe Freeland. I didn't pay attention. I didn't pay attention to the three. I was like, oh, he's a third. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, it's three of us. Rest, rest in power to my grandfather, Joe Freelon Sr., and then there's my father, Joe Freelon Jr., and then there's me, Joe Freelon the third. So
Wow. So you guys don't know how shameful that is. I've known him for a very, very long time. I'm not even sure you were even 20 years old yet when I first met you. I don't
shame.
think you were.
No, I was not. I was 19, 20, on my way to 20 when you
Yeah, I
first
think you
met
were
me.
19. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm sorry. That's all I
I
can
feel like
say.
you're apologetic, but not sorry.
Okay, I'll keep that. Yes, you're right. I am apologetic. So, you guys, I want you to know why I brought Joe on the show. So, yes, he is. Well, thank you, Dr. Jamal. Looking good.
Thank you,
Who
sir.
are you talking about? Me or Joe? I don't know. Anyway, Um, I brought him on the show not just because he's an entertainer. First of all, he is a great singer, entertainer. You'll see that I put it in the title and everything. Recording artist, producer. He also has a podcast.
Thank you.
And when I was told about this podcast and was told it's called PopsKnows, I was intrigued. I'm like, first of all, what does Pop know? What made you do a whole, what made you start a whole podcast about Pop's nose? And then I had to remember, I'm like, okay, well, you started fatherhood pretty young. You know, doing that and performing and all that, you probably have a lot of experiences to share.
Mhm.
So would you share with my audience, please, why in the world you started this podcast?
Um, the podcast is PopsKnows. The reason why the podcast is um even up is just because all four of the members, I'm sorry, six of the members that are in PopsKnows are fathers, dads, every last one of us. Some are single, some are married, but they're all in all walks of life. I know for me, uh, I had my first child when I was 19, and my father was a very stern individual and a very hardworking individual. And there were some paths that I couldn't navigate, and I wish I had the advice that I got later on in life. Pops Knows is just more so just an example of like being able to show that it's not a lot of rappers, singers, or whatever that's going to give you the advice that you need just for life in general. Pops Knows is for everyone. Pops Knows is for the young man that's lost, that has emotional issues, that doesn't know who he is. Pops Knows is for the dude that's a actual weeb who likes anime and doesn't really like sports like that. That's for everybody. Like Pops Knows is one of those things that for us as young men we wish we had as like a tool and an advice tool, someone to go to be like, I want to be like that, or I want to be like that, or that makes sense to me. That's how I feel. Just someone they can lean on or whatever. So with that experience and as fathers,
Mhm.
not a lot of African American males are celebrated as fathers, except the ones on TV. So we want to bring it to real life and be able to show that. So first off, Pops knows everything. Okay, first thing I want to talk about. Pops knows
Is
everything.
that?
Yeah,
Hmm.
and the reason why Pops knows everything is because Moms knows everything. Exactly. Boom. That's where you go. You rely on your mom. Okay, you get your pops together. You create a family and you build.
I kind of like how you brought it around circle a little bit, sort of, kind of.
I tried. I really tried.
Yeah, you tried it. Um, so what do you have? Boys, girls, both?
I have I have both. I have a 15-year-old daughter. Yes, please pray for me in the comments. Put your hands together, please.
Send a prayer to Joe. Mhm.
I have a 5-year-old daughter who just turned 5 May 27th, and
Wow.
then I have a 3-year-old son. He turns 4 October 15th. So I have 3 kids, ranging in different ages, and you know all of them need different things, need different aspects of me and different parts of me, whatever. So again, it just goes to full circle of Pops knows, just being able just to be that sort of patron, like I have this too, or I've been in this too, or I've done this too, that type of thing. So those are my babies. Those are my hearts, my lifelines, my resources, my babies.
Your resources. Wait a minute. Those were your babies, and now you said resources. How are they your resources?
Because they provide me content for PopsKnows. It goes full circle.
Oh Lord. Several prayers. Okay, we started off saying prayers. Maybe fasting needs to be added. Um so, okay, so let me ask you this then, Pops knows. Um I don't know about your background. I don't know things you've gotten into or not into.
Mhm.
With you having such youngsters, are you protective of what it is that they listen to? Because I know I've tried with my daughter is older than your youngest people's. She's my youngest and she's going into junior high,
Okay.
and she's on TikTok, YouTube,
Mhm.
everything. She hears all kinds of songs, no matter what kind of filters I put out there or how I monitor her. There's always some kind of way for her to hear what I don't want her to hear.
Yeah.
So, how are you handling that? Do you even address that on your show?
We do actually address it because overall, a lot of entertainers always say that uh,
Y'all
that
hear
that
that, huh?
yeah, I heard it.
Yeah,
I was like,
firecrackers. I'm sorry. My
there's a
neighbors are special. Okay, go ahead.
it's it's a lot of it's a lot of things where in this day and age and in this era, the music that these kids listen to or isn't music. It is just words that are put together and a lot of noise. Having casual conversations with your kids, like, yeah, I know the song sounds good, but there's a message to that. So keep in mind what you're listening to is kind of what you're taking in. Listen to music is sometimes like eating food. It's like fuel. So keep in mind about what you're putting in your ears and what you're listening to at that point. My 15-year-old daughter's on TikTok all the time. She's on Instagram. She's on um, she's on Snap or whatever, and I monitor that stuff. I watch what she listens to. I have casual conversation with her about it. I don't want to be the old man that is telling my kids that they don't know what music is because it's not my music. That's my
That's
fear.
fair.
That's my fear. But I do want to be able to be like, listen, I know you like Meg Thee Stallion. I know you do. You know what I'm saying? It's catchy. It's cool. But
Mm-hmm.
look at the message she portrays versus what you like. If you like the fact that she hustles and she works hard, cool, take that part of the message. That's fine. But if you know that you won't exploit yourself in that manner, then don't do that to yourself either. But just know, pick and choose what you really want, and pick and choose what you're putting in your body and the things that you're putting outward, because that's a lot. Like, I know when my age was at my age, it was like Juvenile, the Hot Boys, back that thing up. I don't know if I can curse on here, so I'm not going to. Back that thing up was a big deal. All types of things, all types of songs we should not be listening to, but they've shaped some of the things that we listen to. Like, for example, rest in power, Earl Simmons, DMX. DMX was a hardcore dude, but he had
Yeah.
prayers. He had prayers in his songs, and he had aspects of where he was conflicted with certain things by being a street dude and just kind of wanting to do the right thing. And that's just
Yeah.
music altogether. So I try to have real casual conversations with my kids and just try to make sure that I'm not pushing their agenda and letting them make their own decisions, because at the end of the day, I do believe that our children have to be in a space where they have to be able to make decisions on their own and go with that decision. But at the same time, I'm not going to steer them from just always going to the wrong thing or whatever. I'm not going to allow that. So it's a kind of a balance.
So let me ask you, putting on your entertainer hat and your recording artist hat, are are there songs that you've put out or songs that you sang that can be accessed in some kind of way that you don't want your kids to get a hold of?
No, no. because I'm not ashamed of I'm not ashamed of what I put out. Every song that I put out, or every song that I made with the intent for it to be listened to. And if that was the time that Daddy was in, that was the time Daddy was in. Because again, if they listen to a song and they say, "Daddy, you sing this R&B stuff and it kind of sounds raunchy. What are you saying?" I'm gonna give them the real detail about what's going on. Daddy was 20, 21 when he made that song. You weren't around. He wasn't as seasoned or as educated as he was. He was just trying to put out a great song that he thought sounded good. This again is one of those things where you have to either take some of it, digest it, or just I'll pass on that. So yeah, I don't mind because I don't think for one reason I don't think I did a lot of raunchy songs. I don't think I did a lot of raunchy songs. I feel like I did some very PG-13 songs.
Okay.
No, so
PG 13-ish. Okay.
so I think I'm okay. I think I'm good. So if they ever hear a song that I would never I would never want to censor what I created or put out what I created, because whatever I put out, I created. I meant that, and I want people to listen to that and really digest that too. But I'm not ashamed to be like, yeah, your dad was out here trying to write stuff that wasn't appropriate. Sorry, I apologize. It's wrong, but it sounds good, don't it? But it's wrong.
I wasn't ready.
Very wrong.
Okay. Okay. So, but it's out there though. Getting back to your podcast. And so I watched oh, Elijah's watching. Hey little bro.
Hey man, stop. Hey, don't tell me I'm talented. Shut up. I copied you. I love you.
He actually told me that he copied you. Oh my gosh, the fake tears, really?
I love
I,
you.
I can't. I don't know what's happening.
Mad at you, but I love you.
Oh, I don't know how to feel about that. Um my brother. So with the whole Pops Knows thing,
Mhm.
what is your agenda? What's your goal? What are you trying to do?
Um, there are very limited spaces for men where men can be themselves, where men can be emotional, where men can have thoughts and feelings. And and not to sound preachy, as an African American man, um, strength is something that is more so monitored by the muscle and not by the emotional awareness and the ability to be able to just be in the moment with certain things. The men on PopsKnows are aware that we have an image to uphold. We have an image to be. We just want to show that Black men can be everything. That African American men can be great fathers. That African American can be emotional. That African American can make questions about how we protect our queens and how we love our women, and also have questions on stuff we don't know, and be honest about things that we're not aware of. The goal for PopsKnows is not to be a show just for fathers. It's not just for dads. It's for someone who wants to understand what the plight is that African American males have to go through every day. It's for someone who's struggling as a father to connect with their children and don't know how to do so. It's for those that are just looking to have entertainment, to watch me and Tim argue, or to get financial advice from Brandon, who's also on the show, who's an amazing, amazing individual with the finances, or to just be purely entertained by anime talks between me and Bobby. It goes everywhere. So PopsKnows is just pure entertainment. Um,
Okay.
I think I think every podcast that I've seen that involves fathers is them complaining about their kids, and that's not what we want to do. PopsKnows will 85% of the time not complain about our kids.
See how he caught himself. Because
85%
when
of the
I
time.
go to the podcast, you're gonna be like, but see, I know you were complaining here.
Right. Now season by season it's gonna change differently, but like our goal is just really just to be able to show um Black men, Black fathers in general, in a great light. Period. That's the best way that I can put it. Just to put fathers in a great light.
That's a beautiful thing. I am happy to hear that. Happy to promote that. I'm a daddy's girl myself. I love my mama. Let me make that clear. She's awesome. She's beautiful. She's great. She's a
Right.
role model. And in addition to that, I have an awesome father, and I am very much so a daddy's girl. Love him to death. He has been a great example of
Mhm.
a wonderful supporting father. Um, and they were the ones that were the recording artists before we came along.
Right.
Elijah, you know what you did. His birth stopped a tour. You know what you did. No, but but we're so happy he's here. But well,
EJ, oh Elijah.
love you. So with you starting fatherhood so early on
Mhm.
and still being a performer and singing and everything, did you have he said you don't have to do this.
Yes, she does. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. Sir, you stop it. I'm pointing right at the camera lens right now. You stop it right now. Yes, she does. Cut it out.
You got me mess up my makeup. Okay. So back to the question.
Okay.
So with you dealing with all of that and still singing and still on your grind, did you have regrets?
No, no. Just
No.
let those are lessons. The things that I failed at or things that I did terribly are the things I make up now. I can be the first one to admit that I think I'm an okay dad. I think I'm an okay dad. I'm not ashamed to admit that. I think a lot of dads want to show out and be like, "Oh, I was a great dad." I'm still learning.
Mhm.
I have three kids, and I'm still learning day by day, trying to be a better father and a better example to them. But I think with time, and I think Pitbull said this: there are no failures. There's just learning. Every time I drop the ball on something, okay, I learned that lesson. I got to do that better. Every time I miss something or miss out on something, I got to do that better. And I think it's a credit to my kids to be able to see them grow and see them be amazing humans as they grow. So I have no regrets in terms of being a father. I have no regrets as an entertainer either. I think I'm at my best now, learning from where I've come from and learning about the mistakes I made. Because if I didn't make those mistakes, I would not know a lot, a lot of things. So it's a
Mhm.
blessing to be able to. It's a blessing to be able to fail and learn
A blessing to be able to fail in life.
and
Blessing to
learn,
be able
fail
to.
and learn, fail
Okay.
and learn.
All right.
This,
I
yeah,
was trying to
yeah.
give.
Don't
Okay. You got
not
it.
fail in life. Fail and learn.
Be able to fail and learn in life.
Right,
Okay.
right.
Says Joe. Freelon the third is the
Just forgot
blessing.
what the third. Just
Yes.
forgot it. You know what? I'm hurt. I'm hurt.
I'm
All this
sorry.
here.
I am sorry. It's not like we talk all the time.
That's
I'm
true.
just saying.
You're right. You're right. I deserve that. You're right.
My bad. Okay, so you're still family. It's okay.
Yeah.
So it's a beautiful message that you're putting out there, and it's a great thing, to try to show positive image and everything.
Mhm.
But like, okay, so what are you doing with? I mean, are you still entertaining? Are you still performing? Are you still recording?
Okay. Here we go.
Uh oh.
So
So that's how
I'm
we
gonna.
start.
This is gonna be a long list of people that I'm shouting out. So I'm sorry ahead of time for how long this takes. If you have to take a break, take a break. Walk away from the camera if you need to. It's gonna be a lot of people. Okay. So music wise, I am singing in four bands. I am singing in Rush Street Rhythm, who is with Gold Coast All Stars, Yaz Jazz. I just got something with my band in Indiana, who is called Smarty Pants, and the Patrick Lentz Company as well. So I'm singing with them as well.
Okay.
I have not made new music in years. And the reason being is just because at this point, I'm enjoying doing cover songs, and artistically, I have a vision of what I want to do, and when it gets there, I will jump right on it. So I'm writing, haven't recorded anything new, but I'm writing as much as I can. Podcast wise, PopsKnows is going to be consistent year after year, year by year, moment by moment, week by week. There will always be either a post, an episode, or there'll also be our production company that's coming soon, where we do audio edits, audio production, video production, and video editing as well. That will be coming very soon in July. So that's now the focus right now.
Okay.
Another podcast that I'm doing is called Hot Take Wrestling Podcast, which is under NMG Network, which talks about, guess what? Pro wrestling. So I am
wrestling.
Yes, I'm all over the place. So it's like it's about all types of things, like the oiled up, greased up guys and leotards. I produce and edit that or whatever. That right now is just done with the last season. So with that one, I will actually be probably reading up probably in August with that one. All right. Now, production wise, I am focused more so on my video editing and my video production. I really want to be able to make PopsKnows a big entity. Me and my partner, Brandon, are working actually on that to get that together and get that in order. The goal is just to be able to put PopsKnows in the light where certain production companies that do a lot of editing and use third parties utilize two black guys that like to edit and like to sit in the camera and make little funny jokes, memes, and gifs, all types of things. So hopefully those things go into fruition. New music for me will probably not be coming out till next year. That's just facts.
Okay.
New episodes of PopsKnows will be coming out in August. Hot Take Wrestling will come back out in August. The general website for PopsKnows Productions will not come out most likely until November, which is right around my birthday, because I feel like being bougie. Boom. So
okay.
Other than that, though, that's
blunt. Okay.
Yeah. So other than that, though, that's shout out to NMG Network. Shout out to PopsKnows. Shout out to Hot Take Wrestling Podcast. Shout out to my homeboy Tim, Hot Take Kenny, my homeboy Brandon Hayes, Ola Dope, Tim Jackson, who we all know. That's our brother. Yay. Woo! Shouts out to Giorgio Miller, and shouts out to Elijah Jamal and Chris and Chris. I can't think of his name right now because I'm having a brain fart.
Oops. Okay. Awkward moment.
Caldwell. Chris Caldwell. I did it. Chris Caldwell. Okay. Good. I'm sorry. Here we go. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, it's okay. We're gonna take a slight break, play the trailer, and when we come back, we're gonna play a little game. And then I'm gonna treat Joe's life. Yes, I am. But it's okay. It's all in love. Yeah, I got a bone to pick. Okay, so here we go. Here's our. Don't you love, someone just going out like that? Is wonderful. Oh, Elijah told you, Caldwell. That's funny.
It's too late. I already got it.
All right, here we go. That was a reminder. Y'all on YouTube, subscribe. Thank you. You're helping me when you do it.
Subscribe.
There you go. Hit that note. Okay, here we go.
Jamal Rogers, and I'm a singer, songwriter, choreographer, voice actor, and I'm the creator and talk show host of PURELive. PURE is an acronym for perfectly undefined raw elegance. So naturally, we want our content to be pure, raw, and elegant. It airs live every Friday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time on YouTube and Facebook. And if you'd like to see all of the episodes, you can reach it at asiajamal.com, ASIAJAMAL.com. Or if you'd like to be on the show, you can reach me at asia@asiajamal.com. Hope to see you soon.
Hope to see you soon. You like that?
I like the music in the background. Yeah, I was in there. I was in there with you.
So we're going to play this game. And
Okay.
it was created by my producers. And it is called Find the Fake. Please pay attention. Every time I do this, I am asked to run it more than one time. Pay attention. And then let us know which one you think is a fake. If you watch the show and then answer, just know everything is timestamped. I don't know if you saw it during the show. All right, here we go. Now you will have until later on in the show to guess. I will run it again before he gives the answer.
I know the answer already. I know the answer.
Of course you know the answer. It's about you.
Oh, okay. So I can't do it. All right, you're right. My bad.
Lord. So I got a bone pick with you, sir. You said you're doing video editing and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I know that we are friends on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
I put a post out there asking for someone that does exactly what you're saying you're doing, and you did not respond. You know, we like to keep it in house, keep it in the family. I ain't hear nothing from the fam.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't even see the post. I didn't even know about it. Otherwise, because what format are you using? If I can now be the interviewer and you be the interviewee, are you using?
Oh, for the show?
Yeah.
It's called Restream.
Nice.
Restream.io.
You can always use me for whatever. Just I'm just gonna put it with my Adobe and
see that trailer that I played. That's what
Yeah.
I needed someone for.
Oh, that trailer was nice.
No. I just wanted somebody to record me. My producers did all of that because my producers are the bomb. Thank you, Drs. Aaron and Margaret Jamal.
Yep. Mom and Pop, aren't they amazing? They actually Mr. Jamal actually helped us with our song back in the day, so he was producing our stuff too back in the day.
See, the talent is real, it's strong. And next time, I'm gonna need you to pay attention to my stuff. I had people respond to me that I didn't even know, so I don't know how you didn't see it.
It's an algorithm. Like if I have it'd be like if I interact with you, then all of it like now recently I'm always seeing your stuff because now I've interacted with you at that point or whatever. So it's algorithm.
I didn't know these people. I never interacted with them. Anyway, was the answer letter A? That's what they said. Was it A? Do you remember what A was?
It's the street with the name after it, right?
Yeah. Is that the fake?
That is not the fake.
That is not the fake. Sorry.
That is not the fake. On 8th Avenue and Warren, being that I am a third, it is Joe Freelon Street. On 8th Avenue and Warren. So, technically speaking, my name is on the street. Voila.
Interesting. See, this is why he thinks he's special. Okay,
Whoa,
so
whoa. That's a big deal. Okay, let's just clear this out. That's a big deal. Okay.
it is. It is a biggish deal.
Straight.
Not the pose. Oh God. Can I edit this out?
No,
Don't worry, I don't edit live. I don't edit live.
we got my good side. We got my good. Hold on, wait. There it is.
Oh, we're not waiting for you. What are you doing?
I was waiting for my good side.
What?
My good side. That's the wrong one.
Elijah, get your brother. Okay.
Ah.
So what's wrong with this dude? Okay. So one more bone to pick before I move forward. You said you have a band in Indiana
Yes.
that you're part of?
Yes.
Guess who's in Indiana?
What part of Indiana?
Hammond.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I didn't know that either. Cause we. Okay, all right. Let's be frank on this show right now, and be honest with each other. I don't know where you live or stay, and I haven't seen you in eons, not years, eons.
Because he doesn't care about me. I'm the
Oh.
sibling he doesn't care about you guys.
Oh my God.
I'm recovering, but we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be able to heal, I think. Through counseling.
The malarkey that is coming out of your mouth, young lady. This is not okay. Okay.
Malarkey.
We will not have this. These things we're not going to do. We're not doing this. Guess what we're not doing? Guess what we're not doing?
This. Okay.
UHIS. This.
We're cutting up now. Okay. There's a question. And the question is, how'd you get a street named after you?
Oh, my grandfather was the mayor of Maywood for 16 years. So Maywood in debt to him since he stayed in.
Your grandfather was a mayor?
Yep. Grandfather was the mayor of Maywood for 16 years. My grandfather was an amazing man, which was also kind of the inspiration behind PopsKnows, because my grandfather is a Army vet. He is one of the co-creators, co-founders of the Head Start program with CETA. He is vastly a part of a lot of the culture in Maywood, just because a lot of things that go on in Maywood, like the Maywood Fest, some of the stuff with like inviting kids to be able to be politicians now. Like some of those guys that are politicians in Maywood went to Waltham. They went to high school with me. They met my grandfather and he mentored them. So he's one of those guys. He's just an amazing man. And like I said, rest in power to him. But the way that it happened was after his third term, they named the street after him. And since his name is my name, I have a street named after me because it has my name on it. So technically,
wow.
It's
so for those of you that were wondering the answer to the very old question, does the apple fall far from the tree? The answer is yes. Because okay, I'm sorry.
He's been doing it. He went like 83 years to awesomeness. I still got like 50 years to go. Okay, so I'm a quarter of the way. Okay, I'm 35. I'm 35. I got to make it to 90 and do some awesome stuff by 90. Okay, I'm almost there.
You're 35. Oh, I only have you by
November 14th. I'm a Scorpio.
We're the same age?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I always thought he was younger than you guys because my brother is 4 years younger than me, and most of his friends are like, close to his age, Okay, anyway.
Yep.
Moving on.
Old guy right here.
Oh, you said old guy?
I'm old.
So I can't accept that because if you're old, then I am, and I'm not.
No, you're not old.
No.
Women don't age like men. Like my knees crack when I wake up. It's not the same thing. We don't live the same life. Okay,
I'm a kid.
You're a kid. Yes, you are.
Yes,
yes, you
I'm
are.
a kid.
Yes, you are.
I'm still growing up. So I don't want to grow because I'm a Toys R Us kid. So this is what happens when I interview people I am close to or know. I'm sorry, forgive me. This is not professional. Fix it, Asia. Okay. Okay. So the kind of people that you decide to bring on your podcast, first of all, do you always bring somebody on your podcast? Who are your regulars?
This is new this year to bring people on the podcast. Just
Okay.
because it's always been the four of us. And the reason why we didn't want to bring anybody in the podcast is just because mainly a lot of our peers and a lot of our cohorts, we wanted to have them get to know us first, all over again. So if you've seen the podcast or if you've interacted with somebody in the podcast, now you know what to expect on the show.
Okay.
The one thing that I fear, just as a host and as someone who just like kind of helps navigate it, is that we bring someone on and they don't know the format of the show and they're taken aback because we'll talk about 8 or 9 things before we get to the first topic, and you got to be able to keep up.
Oh boy.
So it's one of those things like because we're basically brothers. Like all four of us went to high school together. All four of us were very close in our like teenage years and college lives, just to be able to grow up. So we all look out for each other. The guests that I've had thus far have just been like mainly just people being able to voice a message. I think we had one of our high school classmates who had COVID twice give us a heads up of what that was like for him. So, and just kind of navigate us what the paranoia is, what's going on out there, that type of thing, whatever. Just because we've been in the house, but he's had COVID twice just because he has to be out in the field. He has to work in order to do his job. He's gotten it twice from like coworkers, all that stuff. So, I mean, it's good. Like we're shy about bringing guests because once you get on the show, you're on the show now. We want you comfortable. We don't want you on there acting. There is no bouginess on my show. You can't be bougie on my show. You got to take one shot at least. You have to be able to tell us the most embarrassing thing about yourself at one point, and then go from there.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So that's why you don't know how to act. Got it. Okay.
That's not it either. That's not what that was.
No.
I appreciate that. Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
All right. Oh, I'm sorry. You guys, I swear I'm not beating up on him. This is my brother. This is my brother. Okay. So aren't you like big bro? Because I remember when I was actually introduced to you, Elijah let me know. He's like, yeah, he's like the older one in the group. You know, he a full man over here. We're still, you know, even though Elijah was like pretty much out on his own. We grow up fast in this family. I just finished kindergarten and I got my first job.
Yeah.
So so that being said, like, did you feel a certain responsibility, you know, even before becoming a father, to be a good role model to, you know, your fellow compadres and ones you were singing with and hanging with?
Yeah, I'm my brother's keeper wherever I go. No matter what happens, I'm not perfect, and I always have conversations with. I've had conversations with I call him EJ because I don't call him Elijah. I call EJ. I've had conversations with Tim. I've had conversations with Chris. I'm not perfect, but if they ever come to me for any old sage advice, I give them the honest to God truth. I try to give it to them as raw as I possibly can and try to be more comprehensive to them so they can understand it. But I do feel responsible for them. In terms of being a role model for them and being responsible, no, because those guys had no shade. They had great fathers. They had amazing dads. EJ knew who he was before we had to tell him anything or whatever. Same thing with Chris, same thing with Tim. They knew who they were. At that point, once we all got around each other, it was just about some things that maybe they didn't know or didn't understand or whatever. And they either got from me and Tim since we were both the oldest. But other than that, though, Chris and him were the youngest. And EJ was so mature for his age, we didn't realize how old he really was.
Yeah, he has that effect.
So when he was like just starting when like we had a singing group. For those that don't know, we had a singing group together. EJ was
For
a part of it.
real.
Chris and Tim. Oh God, wow. So EJ was someone who one him, and me and him did most of the writing. I'll say most of the writing. I don't care what Tim says. Me and him did most of the writing. And he came up with most of the music. And you forget that the kid is 4 years younger than me because he's, you know, his beard's like not like mine is now, but his beard was like connected like mine. He was a really quiet dude, and when he had something to say, he said it, and that was it. There was nothing else to talk about or deviate from. That was it. He knew who he was. So I really didn't have to do a lot with EJ. Chris knew who he was too, but Chris was young. He wanted to be young. He wanted to be a kid or whatever. Tim was a year younger than me, but I mean,
Yeah,
So
we know.
yeah. He's who he is.
We still
He's
love you, Tim. We love you.
Don't do that. Don't do that. You love my boy. I love you, boy. I love you, boy. Okay, you hear me?
Look at you, dropping.
Now my headphones out. My bad, guy.
Dropping stuff.
I dropped the mic. My bad, guy. I'm back. Sorry. Yep. We're good.
See, that's because they knew you was lying.
Like,
No,
you don't love me. You don't love me. You don't love me right now. You don't love me. So that's all I was.
So I just thought it was, an interesting dynamic. I've spoken to many people that are fathers, and I've spoken to us young people, that are parents.
Mm-hmm.
But I have not found not a one that's around your age that kind of just magnifies that side of you. If you got a show talking about PopsKnows. I have never seen that before. Have you? Do you have like a small close knit circle, or have you had people clown you about, your whole father focus mindset?
I think it's I've never been clowned for being a focused dad, and I think the reason is just because I don't hear it. Like I don't hear negativity. I think around my guys, it's always like, like a really around like my friends would be like, "That's my baby right there. Look, like this, my baby. We got a picture. We swing on swings. See that right there." And then they'll come back. Oh, this is my little one. You did this slide. He fell one time. You see it because for us, like amongst my group of friends, I think between all of us, we all have kids, and as frustrating and as exhilarating and as beautiful as it is, we're extremely proud of these little humans. And I think the one thing about it is just that the funny thing is that we're always like excited to be dads. Like we're excited to be like fathers. Like we're excited when we have our days with our kids. We're excited to be around and do those things with our kids. And the one thing we always want to do is just train them up and just make sure they're all close in some shape, fashion, or form. That's your Uncle Brandon. That's your Uncle Kyle. That's your Uncle Tim. You know what I'm saying? And just build that way.
Okay.
So
that's what my dad did with us. I got so many uncles. I was like, hey, uncle.
It's a village. It takes a village. It takes a village. At every aspect, it always takes a village. If you have a good, solid village or whatever, then training them up is just the way. It's just that much more easier. So that's what's more imperative to me.
Yeah, I just realized, and I guess I should have thought about this before because I've been doing this show. But what I just realized is I hear more about people having the uncles than I do the aunts. I do. Now, I don't know if that's everybody's testimony, but I hear more about the uncles than I do the aunts, which is strange to me because women are more, I'll say, known as or categorized as, maternal, nurturing, things like that. So you would expect, oh, you got an auntie here, auntie there, auntie there. But it's the uncles that seem to be plentiful. What do you think that is? Do you think that has to do with the bond or relationship with men versus women? What do you think that's about?
I think it's more so. I do think it's more so the bond with men versus women. I think a lot of the time when women have their children and they have their kids, I do believe that there is an innate ability to want their kids to be protected and want their kids to feel
Mhm.
safe. So if they bring around them someone, this is TT whoever, it's because they feel safe, that type of thing. There are some, and I'm going to preface there are some guys who are daddies who have a bunch of their homeboys who are not living a proper lifestyle, but they're your uncle.
Hmm.
That doesn't preface the same meaning because a lot of the
Okay.
women that I have met, they have close friends, they have a
Hmm.
close circle. If they have a play date with whoever they play date, that's TT whoever. If it gets that tight, if it don't get that tight, and they have associates, and maybe they don't have kids, y'all are TT nothing because you're not meeting my kids because I don't feel safe there. But guys, God, God forgive us. In some circles,
Hmm.
there are some guys that'll be like, "Yeah, he's my homeboy, so therefore that's your uncle." No, my circle is these are my brothers, so therefore that's your uncle at that point. So it's
Hmm.
it just depends. I think it just depends.
Interesting dynamic. Interesting dynamic. So we're getting close to that time. So now I want you to tell everybody how can they hear your podcast?
You can go to the following. You can either go to SoundCloud and look up PopsKnows, POPS space K as in Kale, NOWS, and you can either look up PopsKnows Pod or PopsKnows Podcast on SoundCloud. We all are also on Apple Podcasts as well, Spotify as well. Either way you go, if you look up PopsKnows Podcast on any of those streaming networks, you'll be able to find us. Also on YouTube at PopsKnows Pod, POD, PopsKnows Pod. You'll be able to find us stream on YouTube. Also follow us on Instagram at PopsKnows, POPSKNOWS. You can follow me at Joe, JOEFREELON, three lowercase i's because I am the third. And then follow me there, and I will guide you to wherever you need to go to look up some of these podcasts. We do giveaways. We take care of people during Thanksgiving. We take people during Christmas or whatever. During the pandemic, we're probably going to take care of somebody, make sure somebody's straight or whatever, just for um, us looking out for each other because it takes a village. But
Nice.
that's where you can find us. Website coming soon, like I said before, in November, featuring all members of PopsKnows podcast, including myself. I think that's what we need to focus on right now. Just myself.
He said,
Myself. But yeah, but website will come in soon in November. Just stay locked in with us, man. Keep on coming with us on this journey. We appreciate every last one of y'all for even tuning in, a like, a glance, or a share at all. We appreciate every last one of it. Thank you so much.
good. Excellent. I love everything I just heard. For real. I'm not fronting. Seriously.
So,
And you guys go on to that YouTube and subscribe. Just like I told you, subscribe to mine. Show the support. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. You are helping the
it helps a
people that
lot.
are helping the people.
Right. It helps us a lot. Help us. We need
Okay?
it.
Bring it around circle. Bring full circle, people. We help each other. You help us, then we can continue to help you. And that's how that works. Bring it around. Bring it around. There we go.
Right.
There we go.
Right.
Yours was a little floppy, but it's
I
okay.
have
I knew what you
I
meant.
have I have muscles, so it's hard because my arms are so used to do that. Because I have, as you can see, I'm very much muscular. So now my arms are
Cannot,
limited.
cannot take him out of the. No. So, for real, thank you so much for joining the show and telling us all about this stuff. And I really think it is awesome and commendable that you guys take the time out to help other people as well.
Thank you.
I'm happy that you embrace your fatherhood and that you are trying to show others how to do it a different way,
Thank you.
a good positive way. So I support you. I salute you. I thank you.
Thank you. I'm not gonna cry on this spot. I'm not gonna cry right now. I'm not gonna do it. I refuse.
Good, don't do it. So I treat you like.
But
Okay. I'm kidding, you guys. It's okay. No, men can be emotional.
yes, we can support that.
Loud.
Men can go to
It's
therapy and be emotional. Support that.
yes, it is allowed. It's okay.
Right.
They're people too.
Exactly. Well, that's a harsh way to put it, but yes, we're people. We're humans.
See, the reason I put it that way is because I feel like the stereotypical situation is that they expect that men have to be these tough, hardcore men all the
Right.
time,
Right.
and they don't have emotions. You don't get sad. You don't get upset. You just got to be
Yeah.
all
You're
the time,
exactly right.
and I don't think that's fair. You're a human being, and as a
Ah,
human being, all of us human beings have emotions.
look at that. Look at it. Full circle. Back to PopsKnows. This is what I'm talking about, people. It discusses on PopsKnows all the time. Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry.
I literally already supported you. I mean, you don't have to oversell it. It's okay. It's okay.
Cool.
But just in case you guys forget, you can go to my website at hjamal.com. If you look at the date under PURELive events, um, June 4th, you'll see his name. If you click on the title of the show, you'll be taken to this episode. If you click on his name, you'll be taken to his YouTube channel. And then what are you going to do? What are they supposed to do?
Subscribe. Subscribe. Subscribe.
That's what you do.
Subscribe.
Mic drop.
Subscribe. Subscribe.
So, are they supposed to subscribe?
No, I think they're supposed to subscribe. I think that's important that they subscribe.
Okay.
SUB
So,
scribe.
oh, okay. Okay.
Mhm.
That spells sub and scribe
Yep. Together. Compound word. Subscribe.
together. Can you tell we're goofy? Okay. So, so again, thank you guys for tuning in. We will be right back here. By we, I'm not saying Joe will be back, but if you want him to be back, you can tell me that you want him to be back. And I might listen. It's a possibility. But if you would like to comment or be a part of the show, you can email me at asiajamal.com. Okay. And for those of you that are not on YouTube and you want to know how to subscribe, there is my YouTube channel. Check me out and subscribe. And I will continue to have plenty of other people on here and connect you with great people and resources because this is what PURELive does. So thank you guys again. Have a wonderful evening. Until next time, remember to embrace God's perfect design, which is you. Bye now.